9 years back, which isn't quite as long as you two boys have been following it, and I'm going to let you get to that shortly. But certainly where I lack on probably the years of experience that some of the rest of you boys have, I make up for with having a bit more of a level head and a level approach to these kind of things.
Are you sure about that?
I think you'd probably both agree that you're prone to outbursts and maybe some outrageous statements.
And that is absolute bullshit. Everything I say is spitting absolute facts.
Nothing unsubstantiated comes from either of our mouths.
Absolutely not.
That is absolute cap.
You'll just get good, honest facts.
Anyway,
I have I think it's my grandmother's sister. Lives in New York State. Huge Buffalo fan.
Can't be a real person.
So started with that. Didn't realise how bad Buffalo were. So ultimately became a bandwagon fan, whichever team was winning.
Yep.
Which has led me to be a Tom Brady fan for the last 10 years.
Fantastic.
Now
had a pretty good run.
The amount of Super Bowls I've won in the last 10 years.
10, funnily enough.
Nah, just rub some more salt into the wounds.
You've had a fair bit of success.
Yeah, but put simply, if your team's any good, I'm your man.
And I mean, ultimately, if nothing else, it's three really close mates. I mean, me and Schnazi lived together for a little while there. Me and Chuck go way, way back to a time before, I mean, I was still skinny, you weren't fat.
Yep. Was the first fact.
How far into it?
9 minutes, I reckon.
9 minutes?
It was a low-hanging fruit, I'm sorry.
Took longer to get there than I thought we would.
Yeah, that's good.
I think the thing you're overlooking here is who are the other two teams in the division that are guaranteed wins?
Look, right now, I've got the Dolphins going 5-11 and the Pats going 6-10. And after even reading that, I'm thinking I've got the Pats too high.
He's reacting to his own notes
They
live.
must be tanking for Trevor.
That is a theory that I will subscribe to. That is a theory.
Not to mention... Hang on, Blaze, do you want my breakout player for the Jets?
Well, go on, before we move on, of course.
I don't have one.
Very well played. You actually got me to nibble then. I was like, hang on, who?
Sam Darnold could break out with mono again. He's gone.
That gag was so bad, it's going to get me to break out with chickenpox.
Oh, this has gone down quick. Might have to have a chat to manager Baz.
Might have to cut me off. Someone turn my mic
Feel
off.
like
Why don't we have a look at what we reckon the Giants are going to win, Tommy boy?
So this is probably where we... Actually, the first time we're aligned or not.
Here we go!
Love it when a plan comes together,
Yes,
boys.
it's only taken 7 teams and we are finally there.
Yep.
Sam, 4-12, what do you think?
4-12. Giants going 4-12.
Yep.
Can I get you boys,
if I'm gonna
warm towels?
Saw a video of him today at training, just monster some dude.
He is not a man.
Oh, you're a boy.
He's a beast.
Yes. Once again, I'm going to bring up a Disney reference here and Slam, you're going to finish it.
Oh my God!
Anyone that knows this
What
bloke
Disney movie
knows
would
that
you
is
cast
black.
him in?
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, bang on. That man is a f***ing man.
Oh, let's do the South next week. If you want to see the South...
Jim, we're doing the South next week.
If you want to see the South next week, make sure you show us some love. Yep. Get it out there.
And 3 retweets, we'll do the South next week.
Retweets.
Well, there's 3 of us, so let's get the South next week.
South, baby. Let's go.
We talk about Clemson or the Houston Texans?
LSU at the moment, thanks. Ed Ogeron can't speak English. I speak better English than Ed Ogeron, and there's about 2 people in this world that I speak better English than, and he's one of them.
That's so true. I think we've got to talk about the biggest problem the Houston Texans face, and it's the fact that their head coach is also their general manager.
He's a good, in my opinion.
He can coach.
Head coach.
Not a good general manager.
Balances himself out,
to be average at both.
Yeah.
There is.
One thing Jameis was not he was not a game manager. He couldn't read situations.
Correct. And he wasn't accurate.
No.
Correct. He's pretty much just chucking it up for anyone.
So after all of that,
he's colourblind.
You've got a bit of an equation there. You add it all together, and I tell you what, that equals 11-5. You can chalk it down. Oh, good season.
Oh God! We'd almost got through. Jim, get the beeper out. We went so close. We will get there eventually, sports fans. Old man Brady, he's a 43-year-old quarterback.
And what about our mate?
He's not just a 43-year-old quarterback. He's Tom Brady, the greatest of all time.
It's Tom Brady that in the last 2 years has fallen off a cliff.
What about our mate?
Won a Super Bowl in the last 2 years.
With how many points?
All right, and you tell
who
me.
cares? A
Hang
Super
on.
Bowl is
you
a
tell
Super Bowl.
me. All right, you tell me. If the coin flip goes the other way a year and a half ago, do they get into that Super Bowl? No.
If D Ford isn't offside, do they get in that Super Bowl?
No.
I can hear and sense some saltiness amongst my fellow Chiefs fans.
Because if it wasn't for a friggin' coin right now, I'd be sitting here talking about the back-to-back Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs.
But instead we're talking about the GOAT, the 43-year-old Tom Brady.
I don't think having Tom Brady at the helm there is any different to what Jameis Winston is going to give you this year. Now, I love Tom Brady. I've watched that documentary of him where he's, the sixth quarterback off the board.
Pick
and all the rest of
199 or whatever
And I love
was,
it,
yeah.
and I love it, and I love the story.
Oh, he was a gun.
But Tom Brady is 43 years old.
Look, it's coming
And he's
across
just not
poorly.
that good
It
anymore.
sounds like me and you hate Tom Brady. And
They
never,
do. They tell
and
me
never-
every day. I wake up in the morning,
It's
I'm like, hey
coming
man,
ac-
how's it going? Oh, Tom Brady.
It comes
It's
across.
just genuinely, I hate Tom Brady. Every time I speak to him. Every time. Well,
If I
Yeah.
want to see someone powerbomb
He
a
is probably-
defender, that's fine. But
Is
he's
he-
not in the WWE anymore. He's not coming off the top rope
you're
like Jeff
talking
Hardy.
about arguably the best tight end ever.
No, hang on. Hang on.
No,
No.
no,
And
no.
the two best tight ends ever both played for Kansas City. And that's Tony Gonzalez and Travis Kelce. So maybe
There's
he's
no
third.
way Travis Kelce is better than Gronkowski.
Yeah, there is. Anyway, so what I would say is
Chiefs fans, they're delusional.
I think you should
One
start.
good season where they win a Super Bowl
One.
and they think the
Hang
sun
on.
shines out of their
Hang on,
eyes.
There's been a lot of good seasons. There's just been a lot of playoff collapses. Now that's a different story.
Yeah.